So we come to consider where we are on the spiritual path, um, and what we're aiming for. Well, we're aiming to get a bit of space so that we can return to our natural state. How is this done? Um, Through practice, through knowledge, through understanding, through the process of whatever. The thing for a seeker is that the seeker just kind of like speeds up the process. The seeker says, "I really want to find out who I really am," stuff like that. And so, um, basically, what we're seeking to do is to return to our natural state where we understand that what we're doing is already enlightened activity, I would say. Um, so, why don't we realize this? That's probably the biggest question then. And the reason we don't realize this is because we just don't realize we're already enlightened. We're already doing precisely what we well, there's a divide there between what we want to do and what we want to do and what we should do. So when this wanting to do and should do come together, then you realize you're doing both what you want to do and what you should do. So it's well we I guess we misinterpret psychological messages as interfering with our ongoing life process and so forth. When in fact, I mean, it's hard to say because when you're stuck in with the delusion that you're not doing what you should or want to do, it's a very powerful delusion. That's basically the delusion that one has to get over in this seeking is realize that, I mean, there are processes like, various practices and such things, meditation, forms of yoga and stuff like that, which can help lead one to the realization that one is, well, the self. I mean, you could talk about the self. I mean, various people talk about the self. Well, I think, from my perspective, I think one should honor the self because, well, because the self is it's like you have a favorite baseball team, and you root for that team. Like the self is rooting for you. You're like the self's team that it roots for. So one should, I think, give the self its proper respect. So is that what we're going back to, the self? Essentially, I mean, so you could say either that self realization is the realization of the natural state, or you could just say that the search what we're searching for is that natural state. So in order to get to it, you just, I mean, yeah, meditation can be very helpful. Learning about spirituality and such things can be very helpful. On the other hand, there's also, I mean, secular society. So, I mean, you can have a practice, but the main goal is to return or realize, either return to that natural state or realize that you're already in that natural state. Okay, thank you.